the thing that stands out to me most is his humble background. He was not someone of wealth, someone who had such like a really high status from where at his time. But despite all of these, what should have been setbacks, instead it became like a really empowering motive for him to move forward and continue fighting for so many things. And I feel like that how we can channel that energy in ourselves, sometimes, at least for me, I feel undeserving to be leading people or suggesting certain things because I think that I'm the least qualified person. You know, oftentimes we're like, who am I to be telling people how to handle trauma or depression if I am said trauma and depression? Like, what? But I think that if we kind of use our personal experiences to kind of fuel like just so many different ideas and creativity within our community, I feel that we can be our own little Bonifacio moment and, you know, not quite, you know, start a revolution, but like a change in our generation where things become more open and more comfortable. The bad things are less normalized and more challenging things are open to everybody. Yes.
I think my most memorable moment would be like presenting my presentation, because I did my presentation on Filipinx Black allyship and how our mental health is affected by like colonialism and like colorism and all this other stuff. And for me, it was very eye-opening because like when you realize a lot of playful banter coming from your family, although they mean well, it's like very harmful to your mental health. And just about like how can we confront it and combat it in order to create a safer space for not only us but those coming after us. So yeah, that's why I love this program and everything about it. It's just been really nice for myself, and also hearing like everyone else's presentations has been really fun too.
Like when we were sort of like working for our project for the depression like podcasting, I think like what I noticed is that I really liked that like even though like we were like complete strangers like going into this like we like didn't know each other, and like I feel like we're completely different people. And you know, like for example, like Zoe and I feel like there's like a really like big age gap like between us. But like we were still able to like talk to each other, and like we were able to find similarities and like be able to like connect with each other and share our experiences regardless of like being strangers, but like simply like because of our culture itself. And I just like really like that about Kapwa Kabataan, because we were able to since like we're like all Filipinos, we're able to like connect and like share our experiences like a lot easier than it would be with like, you know, other complete strangers.
So one of the reasons why the youth should join like Kapwa Kabataan is that there is internship. First of all, I really love this program, by the way. Like I learned a lot about different topics, mental health topics, specifically depression, because that's where my workshop is at. But I learned a lot of things about it that I didn't really know before. For example, like that it's not really black and white. Depression isn't black and white. There's gray areas. You know, it's not always the same for everybody. And I didn't know that until now. And you know, I feel like the youth should join Kapwa Kabataan because I know for me, being aware and educated about, you know, different mental health, like again specifically depression, I felt that I have the confidence now to speak to my parents about it. And my dad is super like, oh, what's the facts, da, 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 all that, so because I'm educated, I can be like, hey, so this is what's happening and it's real, and we shouldn't put so much like negative stigma towards it, and we should like grow as a society. So yeah, that's it.
I'll go. I really liked what you shared and your reasoning for like why you should join Kapal. Like I agree. It's like a nice learning experience, especially when you want to learn. Like being Filipinx American, I guess like for me personally, like finding my identity has been really hard. And with this like internship in this program, I've like found my path better, and it's like helped me like tremendously. So I think like for the youth, if they're ever struggling with their identity, I think this is a good way to find yourself and also like get help with like resources, and it's fun in general.